San Felipe, I believe. This is a neighborhood that I don't live too far from. So it's driving. This is Drexel heading towards San Felipe. And when you get to San Felipe, this driver's got to go left or right. So let's see what happens when they get to that stop sign.
And our producer was just telling us, James, can you tell us one more time? You're hearing more information about how it started?
This is San Felipe right here.
Okay.
Okay, so they're making a right. So they're now going eastbound.
Yeah,
on San Felipe, heading into River Oaks. Red SUV.
It started as an shots fired accidentally. Is that correct? Okay, this apparently started around 4:15 as an accident, possibly with shots fired. So this is a red SUV that police were trying to pull over. I'm assuming somewhere starting in Bel Air. Now we're in the River Oaks area.
Yeah, I'm not sure that could be Willowick, possibly. Now they're off Willowick. Not sure which street this is.
Eastbound on Meadow Lake is where we're heading
Eastbound
now.
Meadow Lake going into the River Oaks area.
Yeah, this is obviously a residential area, so a high-speed
and very
chase.
crowded this time of day. You know, like people are coming home from work, picking up the kids from school after athletic activities. That red SUV moving at a pretty high rate of speed, traveling right through River Oaks right now. This has lasted now for almost a half hour. First, you could only see one police car behind him. Now there are
southbound on Maconda now. Is that correct? Yeah, it's Maconda. So they're heading down southbound on Maconda.
All right.
And it looks like this is now they're at Westheimer. So
back to Westheimer.
Back to Westheimer.
Right.
Now heading west again on, or excuse me, east on Westheimer. East on Westheimer.
Okay,
yes.
So they'll come up on. Oh, now they made
now
another
going
turn.
south again. So now there's a post office in this area. It'll be on the right-hand side, but again, this is the residential
this is
area,
right past the Briar Club, if you're familiar with this area, because there's the post office.
The post office on the right, going south now on Timmins.
This is Timmins, parking lot on the right of the post office. This is West Alabama again. Let's see which way the driver goes. Going straight on West Alabama, so the next main intersection will be at Richmond. We're getting close to the Upper Kirby area. Let's see here.
And so this is just north of 59. So of course we don't know if this person could be hopping on the freeway.
Well, it's going to be awfully crowded, and getting on the freeway will be dicey. So let's see how this plays out. Again, this driver now on Timmins, going southbound, heading towards Richmond Boulevard, with police in pursuit. That is Richmond, and let's see where the driver goes. Okay, now they're going westbound. Westbound on Richmond. Off of Timmins. Heading towards, let's see how far they're going to go here.
This is going to be Wesleyan that it'll be approaching soon.
Yep.
And this is a high traffic area as well. A lot of people who get off of 59.
So on the right, you're going to see that's a parking lot to Costco. This is Wesleyan, the intersection. So the driver now going westbound on Richmond, just crossed Wesleyan, heading towards the Galleria area again. And there will be railroad tracks coming up here shortly, unless the driver diverts. Let's see what happens. Police are getting a little bit closer.
So you're watching that red SUV there. So you see more cars now, so the car's slowing down, kind of blending in. But it's that SUV that's now picking up speed in the middle of lane, or the middle lane. Yeah,
imagine you're out driving along. It's like, what is wrong with that driver? And then you see flashing lights, and you know, uh-oh, there's trouble. All right, so here we go. This is on Richmond, going westbound towards the Galleria area before you get to the West Loop. The driver in the red SUV in the far right lane, and soon they will come up on the West Loop where there will be a traffic light, and we'll see what the driver does. That intersection, by the way, usually is very crowded.
And there's construction in that area too as you approach the West Loop.
Big construction, yes.
So that may slow the driver down, but we're not quite sure. If you're just joining us now, we are watching a police chase happen near the Galleria area. That red SUV you see there picking up speed now through a residential area, and several police cars behind it. Now this happened around 4:15. It started in the Bel Air area, and police have been trying to pull this driver over. We're still trying to get a clear idea of the initial reason why they were trying to pull the driver over and do this traffic stop.
Okay, so the driver has made a left turn before it got to the West Loop. This looks like Newcastle, and they're traveling along the feeder of 59. And look how crowded it is.
Doesn't it become a one lane? Yes,
it becomes one lane, so they're trapped. Let's see. Oh my goodness.
Nope.
Yeah.
There are some.
Now HPD tries to be very careful when all these cars are around. They don't want to try a pit maneuver unless they've got a clear shot and nobody else can be hurt. And now they could be boxed in. I don't know how police are going to handle this. What do? You don't know if the person has a weapon, so they're going to try and play it safe with so many vehicles around.
Yeah, traffic backed up there, and car just under the overpass, and that's why we're having a tough time seeing it from Air 11. And we are watching. Okay, so that red SUV made it through, going now.
It was the northbound West Loop feeder road, and now under the West Loop. Now traveling which way? Are they heading west?
South? Okay, so we continue to watch this police chase that red SUV there. All right, so traffic has cleared up a little bit there for them, but
I want to get my bearings. I know this is the way I come to work every day. Let's see where we are.
I believe we are. Are we heading south now? We're just trying to get an idea now from Air 11. It looks like
just a little breakup of the picture there. So this again, as we've been showing you this chase of a red SUV happening in a very crowded rush hour area of the Galleria. Now that's Sage. Okay, Sage Road. And I'm not sure, are they going westbound? Hidalgo
Street there. All right, so Sage and Hidalgo.
And let's see what the next street is. That's not far from our studios.
Our studios here, yeah. We're located on Westheimer. Okay, Alabama and Sage. Here we go. So back in the Galleria area, running right by Saks Fifth Avenue.
There you
Galleria.
go.
So this car has kind of been doing circles in this area.
Been doing the loop-de-loop.
Yeah. All right, so we're approaching Westheimer now, and
yes, another busy intersection. You know, in all the years that we've been doing this, and we see these chases, I don't think I've ever seen a chase at this time of day in the Galleria area.
Yeah, in this busy and congested of an area. Yeah, this is where traffic starts to pick up. You see all those cars stopped there on Westheimer, and we are look, the police officer's making a U-turn. Is the vehicle now in a?
Well, they just made another turn. They're off of Westheimer now.
That is the entrance to a hotel, so I'm not sure if where the vehicle is or if they're using that as a shortcut, because it looks like they turned into the hotel entrance. Okay, there we go. We're back on Sage.
Okay.
Red SUV. This is obviously very dangerous for police, for the driver they're chasing, for folks who are in traffic here, because they don't know, when this speeding car comes up behind them and police are passing them. So hopefully people can hear the sirens and are pulling over in time to give them a little room.
And if you're just joining us, folks, we're watching a chase unfold in the Galleria area on Sage. This has been happening since about 4:15. We're told it started in Bel Air. The police try and be careful in these cases, especially when it is this crowded. This is Sage and San Felipe.
Tanglewood area now.
In the Tanglewood area.
Very close to our KHOU studios.
Very close, just a few blocks.
And now heading east again on San Felipe.
So if it's east, so this heading back towards the loop.
Mm-hmm. And again, we're watching that red SUV there.
Hard to pick it out, but it's the one that's moving the fastest in the screen as we try and get past these buildings here.
And now I'm just asking our producer, James, have we heard any more information as far as why police were trying to conduct a traffic stop?
South Post Oak Lane. Let's see if we can pick up the vehicle.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now it's on Skylark. Look like it's going, would be southbound.
Okay.
And then back over to, this driver's all over the place. They're just making turns left and right.
Yeah, all over the place, speeding up, slowing down, and of course at a very high traffic time in a typically high traffic area. Allie Burns is standing by now to give us kind of an idea of this effect, this car chase effect on the rest of traffic. Allie, can you hear us?
That's right near the Whole Foods right there.
Hi guys, yeah, it's really, this is just such a congested area already that I can't imagine that. So glad it's going down as safely as it is so far, but goodness, we're coming across many cross streets that are pretty backed up. So I have no idea where he's going to turn next. He's just doing these loops. It's a very scary thing to watch going down.
Yeah, we're watching the driver now, I believe, go south on Post Oak Boulevard.
Yes. Moving at a pretty good clip. The police have gotten close, but they have not tried to pull the driver over. There have been a couple instances where they've come really close, but they have not tried the pit maneuver because it is risky when it is crowded. And so they will be patient and hope that this driver doesn't hit anybody else. Now back to Westheimer. All right,
west on
off of Post
Westheimer,
Oak.
yeah.
All right, going westbound.
So away from the West Loop.
And all
Not as
these
many
folks on a
cars.
beautiful weekend going, what on earth is that driver doing? Just crossing KHOU. You can see the street names popping up here, which is a pretty cool feature.
So Westheimer and Sage, just passing Sage, heading westbound.
Heading towards the station.
Yeah, and we might see it.
If we looked out the window,
Pass us.
Eventually, there's Yorktown.
And as Len is keeping an eye on Air 11, we are about to see this chase pass right by us.
And
at
Allie,
the
can you
KHOU
tell?
11 studios. We're at
Tell us.
Chimney Rock and
Can you see
Westheimer.
the car, Allie?
I can see it just ahead, just a little bit. Actually, I think that's the police car that I see coming through. Oh, is that him leading right there? Maybe that's. I believe that might just be the police car coming into another congested area, though.
Yeah. Is it
Don't know
still
if
on
we can
Westheimer?
Find him again. Is he down on Yorktown?
Oh, I
Did
see.
he turn on?
Did he turn on Yorktown? That's where the police are.
There he is. There he is.
Okay, Yorktown going northbound, it looks like. You know, you wonder, at some point, you know, officers, their position becomes enough is enough. And potentially something could happen. They try and be patient, but when they get an opportunity,
Yeah.
it's a pit maneuver. Rarely have I seen anyone try and blow out a tire that's too risky.
Yeah, they have to
Spike
wait.
strips, but it is so crowded, Reka.
It's so
hard to
congested,
kind of
yeah.
get officers set up in advance. It's not like a highway where you know the driver's coming.
And they have to weigh the safety of, obviously, the officers chasing the suspect, the other folks on the road. So there are a lot of factors here. If you're just joining us now at 4:37, we've been watching police chase a red SUV through the Galleria area, now in the Tanglewood area. All of this starting around 4:15 in Bel Air. Preliminary reports is that it started as some sort of accident with shots fired. We don't know who's driving the vehicle, if it's a man or a woman. We don't know who else may be in the vehicle. And we don't even know what the initial traffic stop, the intention for that. So we're just trying to figure this out as we sort of wait for this police chase to come to an end.
And Allie is in Air 11. Allie, can you get a beat on where this car is right now?
Thought I saw him turn on San Felipe, possibly back onto
Oh, you're on
Sage.
Skype. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm on Skype, but it's hard to tell with the red vehicle driving through. It's easier to see the police cars, but I don't have an eye on him as of now.
I see.
Did we lose the car? We've pulled back on our Air 11 camera quite a bit. So have we lost sight of the vehicle? That obviously can happen at times because we've got all the buildings and the trees.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So we don't know. We can't pick up.
I think we lost sight. It was around the San Felipe Sage area. Not sure if
The
he
driver is
to
like
the
going
right or
in
left on the-
circles almost. I mean, just looping from one block to the next
We've got
one.
sight.
There we go.
on
There we go.
Yorktown.
There we go. So
And
it's on
Yorktown.
Yorktown at San Felipe.
it's on, it's on San Felipe. It just crossed Yorktown.
I see.
And again, this
Are they going north?
residential areas too. So it's
We don't know. Can't tell if they're going north or southbound. Sherbrooke. Let's see here. Now they're turning. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
another U-turn.
Yeah. People see the police cars and they know, all right, I'm stopping. Now they've made a U-turn. Oh, they tried to
Okay.
block it in. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Okay. They
Just went over
almost
the median.
blocked. They almost blocked the vehicle in. This person is. They have to know this is not. They're not going to get away.
Yeah, and putting themselves and so many others at risk right now.
They're just not. It's not going to happen. They
At
see
this
you.
point, his route is almost predictable because he is going in blocks.
Right. So is this still San Felipe? Yes. And what's the cross street there?
Sage
to
Road again
Sage.
here.
Is
Did it turn? Well,
there's a police.
There we go.
Okay, turn
Okay.
right on Sage. But I don't see
police
the
officer now, is that,
I don't-
yeah, that's going south on Sage.
people are trying to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So they're picking up speed, but I don't see the car. Oh, there it is. On Sage Road. I'm guessing this is southbound on Sage.
Okay, so we're just getting new information now. Apparently, around 4:15, Bel Air PD tried to pull over this vehicle. They considered it suspicious, and as they tried to do that, the vehicle obviously gave way, started to go, and did not pull over. So Bel Air PD going after the vehicle along with HPD, who's also involved in this chase that we've been watching for almost a half hour now.
Yeah. And okay, so is that back to Westheimer? That's Westheimer.
There we
Now going westbound, I believe.
And again, we don't know if the driver is a man or a woman, or if there's anyone else in the vehicle, any other passengers. At times, this has been a slow speed chase, and
Yeah.
obviously because of the congestion and just the amount of traffic in the Galleria area that you can expect really any time of day.
The driver has stayed pretty much in the Galleria area, making loops off of San Felipe, Yorktown, Sage, Westheimer, just almost around and around. And the police tried at one point to box the car in, and the driver was able to escape. So at some point they may try it again. Since the driver, they know exactly where the driver is, they have enough cars, maybe they can attempt a spike strip at some point, but it's hard to pinpoint because they keep flipping from one street to the next, almost, as I said, going in circles. Here's another turn.
Del Monte Drive, all right. So passing by, looks like an apartment complex there.
Bunch of apartment complexes. Allie, what are you seeing?
Well, it looks like this is a low traffic area, which could be, the best thing for it. I don't know at what point that the police can intervene. As of now, there aren't any other vehicles around the area. I don't know what the next move is, but this might be the best. Oh, we're seeing more traffic. He's coming into more traffic now. At a big intersection coming up too.
What's the intersection here?
This is going to be right at San Felipe again.
Oh, again. Oh my gosh.
James Place,
Again.
all right.
So police are right behind the vehicle, and we're going to get blocked here.
Several big businesses here. Obviously those two towers
Yep.
there. So folks are getting done with work and heading out, and
So
seeing police cars whiz by.
They're going west again, and then I made a right.
Okay, now they're in a neighborhood here.
Yeah. Is that Tanglewood?
Yes, this is Tanglewood now.
They must be
We're
going
watching.
northbound,
Yeah, looks like
right, on
northbound
Sherbrooke Road.
Sherbrooke.
Yeah. So not as much traffic here, but again, police try to be careful in these situations. So, we do these chases. It's like drama, 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 and then sometimes it ends relatively calmly, or sometimes it ends badly. And we are hoping that they can get a hold on this person, a pit maneuver, something, spike strip, so that everything ends calmly with nobody injured.
All right, we know that the suspect now is a male. Don't know an age, and again, don't know if there's other people in the car. But again, Bel Air PD tried to pull this vehicle over around 4:15, and the driver did not listen to commands and took off. They tried to pull the vehicle over because they believed it was suspicious in some way. Again, we don't have any confirmation, and we're trying to get more information. But of course, HPD has joined this chase, and now it's been going on since 4:15 for a half hour now in the Galleria area, Tanglewood area. The driver doing circles, doing U-turns, driving over medians, slow speed, high speed, and now we're in a neighborhood in Tanglewood, and we're just watching. It's hard though with these trees, Len, to see what's exactly is happening down there right now. But
So
we
we're
can kind of get an
hearing
idea.
now we're hearing that this is a possible stolen vehicle suspect. They have taken the red SUV from Bel Air, I would believe it would be, and now this person has been driving around all through Tanglewood, all through the Galleria,
Even River Oaks. headed
parts
that
of
way.
River Oaks, through Highland Village. I mean, it's just been nonstop here for 30 plus minutes. And let's find out where they are now. Picking up speed. Allie, what street is this? Is that back on?
We're back on San Felipe, or crossing out Yorktown
Yeah.
Street, San Felipe.
The driver is not leaving this area.
It's very strange.
Yeah,
It's
that
very
is
strange.
Yeah, and typically with the access, I mean, at one point getting very close to the West Loop, and at one point to 59, you would think the driver would try to hop on, but
I'm It's easy to see our city's diversity.
But our true strength is in what unites us.
Houston,
a city that comes together
for a better tomorrow.
Together for the good.
Together for the truth. Together for the news.
At KHOU 11, it's our commitment to verify the facts
To celebrate our city.
and to use our voice.
For good. Because local news belongs to all of us.
KHOU stands for Houston.
that has gone through the Galleria area, parts of River Oaks, and in Tanglewood. It is a red SUV that we understand police believe was stolen, and there is a male driver. We don't know this person's age, and again, we don't know if anyone else is in the vehicle with this, but this vehicle has been making its way through this neighborhood, which is a high traffic area, highly congested, especially this time of day on a Friday. And we've been watching this vehicle still kind of manage to escape police. Obviously, everyone is concerned about the safety here. There were so many cars on the road. Again, this is a live look from Air 11, so I think we're trying to zero in on where exactly the chase has gone.
We've got Allie Burns, who's been following it with us. Allie, you got a sense of where the car is now?
Around that, just after he left that Tanglewood area, if he's going to follow pattern, he's probably just going to do another block, hit San Felipe, maybe Sage Road, just predicting. But he has been circling this area just right, just not even crossing through the West Loop over here, and just coming back through these areas.
So we look for, when we aren't able to find the car, we look for the police vehicles that will stand out. And so we're continuing to look. So this driver, as Reka was talking about, for the last 35 minutes or so, has been in the Galleria area, River Oaks, along Richmond, Sage, San Felipe, Westheimer, going under the West Loop, at one point on the feeder road of 59 near Newcastle. It's just been incredible, but they keep driving in the same areas, probably a, I don't know, 2-3 square mile area. They have not left, but they may have changed direction now and going further out, but we are unable to pinpoint where this car is right now. Again, if you're just joining us, it is a vehicle that police believe was stolen, possibly in Bel Air, a red SUV. The driver still on the run.
Yeah, Bel Air PD tried to initiate that traffic stop and pull this driver over. The driver did not pull over, took off. HPD has now joined the chase. So again, our Air 11 our cameras are trying to kind of pinpoint where this chase is. But from what we understand, it's still happening, and police are still going after this vehicle. Of course, they have to keep the safety in mind, and that's a concern for the other drivers on the road and for the police officers as well. So trying to figure out how to stop this vehicle, but we are looking for that chase right now. We know that it's still ongoing.
Yeah, a couple of times the driver has come very close to our studios here at Chimney Rock and Westheimer. I got a phone call from a neighbor in Highland Village who said, I just heard a bunch of police cars and their choppers, what's going on? And I told him, turn on your TV.
It looks like our Air 11 our helicopter is trying to get out of the way because DPS is obviously following this chase too, and we don't want to get in the way of this chase and an eventual investigation here. But they are obviously keeping track of this vehicle and following it on the roadways in the Galleria area.
Okay, so it looks like we're out near, not far from, well, maybe west of Tanglewood. It looks like it says Woodway. We're trying to figure out where this chase has gone to, and pinpoint exactly where the red SUV is. Unable to do so right now. Allie, you have any sense of where it is now?
I'm looking at the congested areas, just hoping that's not where this is. Westheimer obviously very congested at this moment. Going further east, Post Oak, pretty backed up.
It sounds like it's
get an idea.
Allie, sorry, it sounds like we're hearing now that it's at Bering and San Felipe. Are you able to see anything? We're hearing Bering and San Felipe area.
Bering and San Felipe. Back on San Felipe.
Very close to the KHOU 11 studios here.
Oh, you guys might be hearing some sirens and helicopters yourself soon.
All right, the chase continues. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Kelsey-Seybold Clinic.
The Living Designs Factory Outlet is here. Beautiful handcrafted furniture for 20 to 50% off already discounted price.
Watching a police chase go in and out of the Galleria area for almost an hour now. What we're looking for really is that red SUV. Is that it right there? I believe that's the one we've been watching. Okay, it's been hard to keep track of this car. Again, doing a lot of U-turns. Looks like it's pulling into a parking lot right now. So I think this is more in the Tanglewood area. We were just getting off of Voss and it's pulled into a parking lot. We're watching live TV here. I want to warn our viewers. You never know how these things are going to end. Now, we've seen police cars, patrol cars right behind this vehicle, and right now I don't see any. This is the vehicle in question that Bel Air police tried to pull over earlier in the hour, and when the driver didn't pull over, it gave way to a chase, and HPD has joined this police chase now. It looks like we're on Voss and San Felipe. Okay, so this is the Tanglewood area now. As we're taking a live look from Air 11, this is the SUV that police have been trying to pull over. Police in Bel Air deemed it as suspicious, possibly a stolen vehicle. And we know that the driver is a male. Do not know who else is in the vehicle with this person, if anyone. But this driver has been taking them on a high-speed and low-speed chases through the Galleria area. Low speed, of course, because there is so much traffic in that area at this time of day and so many cars. It gets so congested. But anytime they've got a lot of space there, look, you can see the vehicle picking up speed. It's a red SUV that we're following from Air 11 now. And it looks like, I don't know if we can get can I get some information as to what road we're on right now, if anyone knows? Are we still on Voss? I think we're just trying to get our bearings here as we've been watching this police chase again for almost an hour. And it's that red SUV that's speeding through. You can kind of see it under the trees there. There are times during this chase that we kind of lost sight of it, but this driver has mainly stayed in the Galleria area, in Tanglewood, parts of River Oaks, Highland Village, near the West Loop, and just sort of running around and doing U-turns and coming back, and so never getting on the freeway or anything like that. Looks like the driver will be slowing down. See some traffic there. Possibly stopped at a red light. Air 11 camera zooming in now to get a closer look. The car just under the tree there. It's hard to see, but I know we'll get a shot of it as traffic picks up again. Light turns green. Let's see, where are we now? And it looks like here, I'm trying to get an idea. Producers, can you let me know what road we're on right now? If you can kind of give me, we're just trying to get our bearings. It's hard when you've got the camera zooming around everywhere. And okay, so we're now westbound in Memorial. So down Memorial Road, again, another residential area. Allie Burns is with us with traffic. Allie, can you tell us a little bit about where the vehicle is now? Because the picture's so zoomed in, it's kind of hard for folks to get an idea of where exactly this car is going.
That's right. He's been heading outbound, which for the most part is good because it's a lower traffic area, but these heavy intersections are pretty concerning that's being crossed, but it almost seems like he's following, almost blending in. He's actually stopped at the last two, but there he goes speeding up again. Hopefully the police come back into the picture soon. So
this is the Piney Point villages in the Memorial area. So again, a residential area, and lots of little, 2-lane streets here, a couple lights. So I think you're right. I think the vehicle's trying to blend in. We know that a DPS helicopter, though, is following this car, even though we don't see patrol cars directly behind it like we did for the first part of the chase. So they will catch up to him. They know where this person is. They know where this driver's going. So it looks like driver headed into a
more trees,
dense area. Yeah, that's why, and it's going to be harder to keep track of by air. But all right, we still have our eyes. We still have our eyes on it right now.
He is slowing down some.
So westbound on Memorial Drive right now. And we're gonna, as we approach the 5 o'clock hour, bring in Len and Mia, who are gonna be continuing along with this chase that we've been watching since about 4:15 today, which started in Bel Air as a traffic stop and became a chase, and HPD, Bel Air PD going after this guy. We know that the driver is a male. Still trying to figure out the reason they were trying to pull this driver over, but continuing our coverage of this police chase through the Houston area. Now in the Memorial area, we're going to go to Len and Mia. Hey guys.
Hello there. We are closely approaching the top of the hour, the 5 o'clock hour on a Friday. And as Reka was saying, we've been watching this chase transpire for about the past 45 minutes now. And the biggest difference that we're seeing at this hour as we approach 5 o'clock, police presence. We haven't seen police as close to this vehicle as we've seen in the past 45 minutes. We don't know if this driver has eluded and evaded police at this point, or if they have chosen to back off, because of course there's the safety concern for everyone out there on the road, as well as even pedestrians. A Beautiful afternoon out. Obviously, a lot of people out and about, so there is that concern there. A very delicate situation always with any type of chase or high-speed police pursuit.
Yeah, and Allie in traffic was pointing out that it looks like the driver, we don't know if police have backed off intentionally, have lost the driver, but it looks like the driver has tried to blend in, stopping at stoplights here most recently. And we're still trying, it is a red SUV that is believed to have been stolen. And you can see the red SUV right there in the Memorial area. Is that still Memorial Road? I'm not sure.
It is. It is. And here's the thing, you know, police, they have to weigh the risk, right? The risk with pursuing this person versus just letting them go. Because what we haven't seen this individual do yet, even though it appears as though they are driving erratic, they have not struck another vehicle at this point. We haven't had any major significant close calls. So it's a matter of weighing the risk at this point. Do we go after this person? Just how dangerous is the situation? Or do we hit reset?
Yeah, it's very interesting because they were very close to this vehicle. And at one point, right near Sage and San Felipe, they had the car boxed in just for a moment. And that's when the driver jumped across the grass median and kept on going. And so for the last, I'd say 5-10 minutes, we have not seen any police cars. So we'll have to check with HPD and find out, hey, have you backed off intentionally? Did you lose the vehicle? We'll have to clarify that.
Right, exactly, because we saw the chopper at one point lose the vehicle as well, too. So you have to wonder, are they working with HPD? Has the word been put out there that we're going to back off? Or did this person elude them and get away? We watched them make one twist, one turn after another on the highway. Interesting note, they have yet to get on a freeway, and maybe that's because once they get on a freeway, they'll be locked in because of the congestion and the traffic as well.
It's a lot easier for police to make adjustments on the freeway. They can shut down traffic. We're going to continue on this chase and find out what's exactly going on here right after this.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to